Hey, everybody, for the assignment this week, the discussion topic, I watched Steve Jobs' 2005 commencement speech at Stanford University and enjoyed it. I thought he had an interesting and entertaining message to share with everybody. As far as this assignment goes, I thought that Steve Jobs' commencement speech could be used to address the following effective characteristics of gifted students. And these characteristics come out of Carnes and Bean, the third edition, 2009, page 457. The first characteristic that I thought it could be used to address is heightened emotional intensity. The story that Steve Jobs told about him being fired from Apple, I thought would fit into this topic and would be a good example of addressing this topic with gifted students. How Steve Jobs dealt with his firing would be a good example of dealing with the emotional intensity of being fired or rejected. I also thought that his speech could be used to take a look at self-actualization. The first story that Steve Jobs told was about his dropping out of college and dropping into classes that he was interested in. I thought that this is something that uh, could be used to show the gifted learners that, I guess if they didn't find their classes challenging, or if they didn't feel like their classes were pushing them to use their talents, Steve Jobs' story of his dropping out and then dropping into classes that he was interested in could help them, process some of that. Now, I'm certainly not advocating that they drop out of school, but I thought that the story that Steve Jobs told would help them maybe identify with another person as far as that goes. Some of the questions and activities that they could do, having viewed this video, they could define or describe emotional intensity or self-actualization and give examples from their own life when they had, dealt positively with emotional intensity, or when they had the opportunity to self-actualize and, pursue interests. Um, Another question or activity was having students discuss or journal about dealing with failure. If we talk about the emotional intensity and the Steve Jobs story of being fired, he talks about how he dealt with failure, and they could journal or discuss instances um, in their lives where they've had to deal with failure, and whether they dealt with it positively or negatively. Those are a couple of ideas, at least, for this video, Steve Jobs' 2005 commencement speech. Thanks.